is so often in a boxing match, perhaps instructive as to who they feel has got the nod in this contest. A pulsating final 3 minutes where both men landed some terrific shots. But Kirill Relikh, I suspect he and his corner will feel that he has done enough and his hand will be raised as the victor. But look at that for a right cross from Troyanovsky. And that stunned the champion, because he backed off after absorbing that punch. He came back with a right hand of his own, but that was a cracking shot from Troyanovsky, making things interesting in the final.
I know people are going to say, people have been fucking with me. They be like, man, the motherfucking zone paying you, man. Nobody want to buy that shit. But truth be told, if you don't, like, I look at it like this, right? With the amount of boxing that we got yesterday and then now this morning on a Sunday morning to get the World Boxing Super Series, for one, it's a journalist's dream. A journalist's dream. It's a hardcore boxing fan's dream because you always have access to it. So with that and ESPN Plus, and now the HBO is out, and if you have Showtime anytime here in the States, you living real good. Anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. This is the last video of my marathon of videos. This is the 15th video I would have put out in the last 22 hours. I was going for 18 videos because I wanted to cover the entire pay-per-view UFC card, because I've been doing years of research, and the Vargas versus Delorme card was a long card. So, long story short, I couldn't cover the UFC undercard like I wanted to, because I wanted to spread my wings to say, hey, listen, I've been watching all these fights on UFC Fight Pass and all that. I'm here. So we got to wait until Bellator next week.
Go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. All three judges see the contest identical. 115-113 for your winner by unanimous decision. And moving on to the semifinals of the World Boxing Super Series semifinals, he is still the WBA Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Kirill Relikh.
So Kirill Relikh makes a successful first defense of his WBA Super Lightweight World title tonight. And he progresses through to the semi-finals of the World Boxing Super Series at 140 pounds, outpointing Edward Troyanovsky, the former champion, eliminated at the quarterfinal stage. Identical scorecards returned by all three judges, 115-113 in favor of the man who is still the WBA 140-pound super lightweight champion. The tournament 3 seed goes through to the final 4. Edward Troyanovsky eliminated from the tournament.
Final 4 fights.
Done his stock no harm whatsoever, playing his part in what was a keenly contested affair.
We're gonna wait for his post-fight interview. Okay, so let's talk real quick. He's doing a post-fight. Oh, Ray Flores out there. I saw him early and I forgot.
Congratulations on the victory. What did you feel led to the outcome tonight? It was a very close fight on the scorecards.
Ой, напряженный бой, конечно, я переволновался. Настроился не боксировать, хотел нокаут, хотел нокаутировать оппонента. Поэтому сам очень много пропустил.
It was a tough fight, and my problem was that I'm looking for KO, and that's why I cannot box against him. So I don't like what I did.
12ラウンドになってしまいました。 KO を狙いすぎたというのが今回これだけ長くなった試合の要因だったと思って、そこに関しては満足していません。
Were you surprised that he was able to absorb some of your shots, because you had him and you were really hurting him, it seemed like, but he wouldn't go down?
Не, ну как не отреагировал? Я видел, что ему тяжело, просто я больше удивился тому, что я не смог доработать. Я удивлен, честно, почему так получилось.
I saw that I hurt him, but I was surprised that I cannot finish it. I was surprised by myself that I cannot finish it.
なかなかダウンを取れなかったんですけれども、彼は大変タフな選手でした。そして私自身もしっかりと攻めているつもりでいたので、倒れなかったのはこちらも驚きました。
Congratulations, Relikh, ladies and gentlemen, victorious here tonight. Now we are with Edward Troyanovsky. Edward, it was a heck of an effort, but give us your thoughts on coming up just a bit short against Relikh.
Какие у тебя мысли по поводу боя? Небольшое видение, как бой прошел?
Бой был эмоциональный и весь. Я первый раз боксирую все 12 раундов и в чемпионском бою. Кириллу большое спасибо за то, что дал мне этот бой, и мы с ним побоксировали. Я думаю, была классный бокс.
Well, it was really emotional fight. It was the first time that I go through 12 rounds, especially in a championship fight. Big thank you to Kirill that gave me such responsibility. Well, but I do my best.
12ラウンド戦い抜いたのも実は初めてです。フルラウンド行ったのは。特にこのタイトルマッチでこれだけ長い試合時間ができたのを自分にとっては満足していますし、試合してくれたキリル選手ありがとうございました。
Terrific effort. Give a round of applause to Edward Troyanovsky. Back down the ringside to Ron.
I slept on a couch down here last night. Well, if you call that sleep, 2 hours. But yeah, here is the World Boxing Super Series. So the winner of this, Relikh is going to go on to face the winner of Relikh Prograis and Terry Flanagan. Here, let's go look at the bracket full screen. Because I'm kind of short on time. I really need to have a little bit of a personal life, but we're not going to slack off. It's taking place October the 22nd down in New Orleans. Oh, wait, let's let them talk about it. I hope they don't copyright me for promoting this, man. Here, let them talk about it.
In the super lightweight tournament of the World Boxing Super Series Season 2.
Wait, what did he say?
To the semi-final stages. So Relikh, the tournament number 3 seed, progressing courtesy of unanimous points decision over the former IBF champion Edward Troyanovsky, and it is Relikh who goes through to the semi-final stage in the super lightweight tournament of the World Boxing Super Series Season 2. And once again, it was
Ron probably tired. So the winner's going to go on. Well, Relikh is going to go on to face the winner of Relikh Prograis, Terry Flanagan, a fight that I'm really, really looking forward to because those guys are going to be right there in front of each other. And both are huge for the weight class, even though Terry Flanagan is moving up. Then on the other side, on the same card on October the 27th, you're going to have Iron Baranchyk versus Anthony Yegit. Interesting fight, but people have been really, really telling me to look up Baranchyk. So I've had a rough week this week. So usually what I do is I do fight week previews on the fights that I'm going to be covering on the weekend, post-fight videos. And I usually cover the press conference and, the weigh-ins. But in this case, I was behind. But in the case of these two fights, I'm going, Well, I haven't decided if I'm going to Danny Jacobs versus, this is going to be a midday card. So I should be able to do it from New York. Cover this like full the same way I'm doing it now from a hotel room. But it's going to be Danny Jacobs versus Sergey Derevyanchenko, the last fight on HBO. I'm actually going to be going there technically for the women's fight, Heather Hardy versus Shelly Vincent. But obviously, I'm going to cover this fight. But if I'll be able to do this from New York because you don't have to be to the arena until about I would say 7 is pushing it. And this card would be over about, and I'm going to, all right, yeah, we can do it. We can do it. So October the 27th, we're going to be covering the next World Boxing Super Series card for the 140-pound tournament. And obviously the World Boxing Super Series as a whole. We covered everything in regards to the World Boxing Super Series Season 1 except for Groves versus Eubank because I was in a coma. Long, crazy story, but it's over now. So we're back. Troyanovsky is 38 years old. You know, I remember when he got knocked out. It was crazy when he got knocked out by Julius Ndangu. Go look that up. And Julius Ndangu was the underdog at the time. It was a big upset. Since then, as you know, Julius Ndangu went on to fight Terrence Crawford, then Regis Prograis, but he fought Terrence Crawford in a very big fight for all the belts. But now it's looking like Troyanovsky is really at that point where he's been pro since 2009. Just about close to 10 years or so. So it looks like he's really at that point where it's like, okay, all right, you got a few fights left in you. Let's see if we can tweak some things and, some smart matchmaking and get you a couple of wins and get you back into some type of title contention, at 140 when this tournament is over. Or maybe contemplating with smart matchmaking a move to 147. But it's going to be tough for him. It's going to be tough for him. In regards to Relikh, those two fights with Rances Barthélemy, I covered both of those. He's done really, really good with himself after that loss to Ricky Burns and building himself back up and to be in the second round of this tournament. So either way, his pockets are going to be lined. And he got to keep his belt. He's not one of those one and done type guys, The winner of the World Boxing Super Series is going to have 3 belts. And the Ring Magazine. Maurice Hooker held out from the World Boxing Super Series. I talked to him about a couple of months back about it. He's going to be fighting Alex Saucedo in November in L.A., from my understanding, or something like that. Jack Callery, we covered him yesterday. He's the next WBO -- contender after Saucedo. So you can expect for the winner of Hooker versus Saucedo to fight the winner of to fight Jose Ramirez, and then the winner of all of this to fight the winner of the World Boxing Super Series tournament. So basically, between these guys you see right here, highlighted in blue, and Alex Saucedo, and I should highlight Baron Chet and Anthony Yigit. Anthony Yigit, I've noticed. See, for example, let me show you. People are saying you really, really need to check this dude out. I did, but I forgot what I was watching. I'm not even going. I watch so many fights, so I got to really sit down and watch it. But anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.